Welcome back to another episode of Pro Video Coalition at NAB 2024. And I'm here with the Prismatic company, or at least two of them. This is Abe Feinberg and Matt Feinberg. And you guys have a really interesting, the company has not been around long. Is that correct?
About 3 months. About 3 months now.
But this is not your first rodeo. Right?
It isn't. I also may or may not have heard of KineMaster or Alight Motion, but those were my previous projects I was involved in and exited from Alight Motion last year, and so went directly into this.
Okay.
This time with my brother.
There you go. Now you guys have an interesting roadmap and an interesting product, but why don't you tell us what problem are you trying to solve with this product and what's it going to look like?
Yeah, I would say most fundamentally what we want to solve is everybody out there has a story to tell. Everybody, whether you are, my background is in education as a teacher and then working in ed tech and working closely with people who were experts in various different fields, machine learning, programming, and had something to teach other people. But then, of course, there's so many storytellers, there's people who make comedic videos, whatever it is that you have to share with the world. Right now, there's so many different ways to do that, but it also can be very overwhelming. So a big part of our philosophy is making tools, making a platform where you can create in a way that's very natural for you as a creator, but you still get a very professional and very scalable result, so you can have big impact. So when you're making high quality content as a creator, it takes a lot of effort, and then you're also told beyond becoming the expert in whatever field, you became an amazing musician and now you want to teach music, and beyond that you also now have to learn how to monetize on YouTube and get on TikTok and all of these different things. As the creator, sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Really, so beyond just what those skills, now you have to learn all this other stuff. Can you have a tool that works very, very naturally for you, where you can then also get a lot more out of that effort? So you have a lot of work going into making this core content. How can you then scale this to all these different platforms and formats and really get more out of that, so you can actually make a living at what you're doing and also reach the audience that you want to reach?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'd like to add to that as well, and I think Abe will probably talk about this a little bit later on. But we're talking about making it easier for creators and scalable, and for people who are not experienced. They're professionals in some other space, but not professional creators. But also, this arises out of some experiences that Abe had in ed tech, where these same challenges were faced by projects with budgets in the millions of dollars. So this is not applicable just for creators who don't have that experience. This also is applicable for that kind of scale as well, just in a different way.
So we're going to put a link to a video on the Pro Video Coalition site along with this video. And if you want to describe a little bit about what the workflow might look like. I understand that you're kind of addressing what a lot of people are, which is this blurring of the lines between pre-production, production, post-production, and you're really looking at something that's quite iterative, right, where you can begin in something and refine it. So you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So, in a traditional approach, as a creator, you might, if you're making a video, for example, you might start with an outline or a script. And you're just writing down your ideas, and you're trying to plan out what you're going to make. And one of the reasons why we all do this as creators is because we don't want to jump right into something that's a very high effort, and okay, I'm making the video and I do a lot of work, and now I've painted myself into a corner. I've seen this happen before, and then you have to do a lot of heavy lifting to re-record or reproduce your video. You want to have it all planned out. And the space that we think is really interesting to explore, traditionally that's separated into two parts. You sketch everything out first, and then you go on to make your video. But what if the sketching out, what if the writing is making the video? So an artist does this. They don't sort of start at the top left corner like a printer and go pixel by pixel. They might sketch roughly what they want, and then they might say, that's good enough. I like my sketch. This is the style I was going for. Or they might then start to enhance and fill in the details and all this. In the same kind of way, one of the tools that we're building is where you go in and you start writing an outline, you start writing a script, and instead of doing that first and then making the video, doing that, writing down your ideas, writing down your script is making the video. So you start writing it, and instantly you're getting a video produced. So literally, you enter text on the left side, and the video is produced on the right-hand side. When you are working in a text editor, you can make something bold or italic. In a similar way, you can easily format something by saying, hey, this is going to be what the person hears. This is what the person is going to see. So you can have voiceover versus visual. You can say, hey, I want to pull something in, maybe from my own library. I need a picture of a cherry blossom for this video. I'm going to type in, cherry blossom. Is going to just immediately pull up my library and hone in on my photos that I took of cherry blossoms and drop that into the video. Or if you don't have that, you could be calling out to a stock library. You could be pulling in Gen AI if that's the way you want to go. All these ways to enhance it, all again just by writing. And so you're working in this very natural, easy way that a creator normally gets their ideas out, and it's making it right there. And so there's never a line where you say, oh, now I'm sketching my ideas, now I've crossed this point of commitment and I can't change things. But you have something immediately when you start, and then you can easily update that later. So you go to a point, you say, now I'm ready to post it. You post it, but you're still not locked in. You could easily retype something, put a new asset in, and update it.
If I might jump in there a moment. I noticed we've been talking about the platform and the products. Let me get some names out there so that we can talk about them more easily. So the platform we're building is called Lightweave, and the first three apps for that are Lightweave Scribe, which is what Abe was just describing, Lightweave Interactive, which is a branching interactive video application, and Lightweave Charts. So all three of those applications that I just mentioned will be launching this year. The platform as a whole we're building in parallel. It's actually going to be launching next year, and will level up, increase the capabilities of those applications. The reason I want to jump in and say that was that what Abe was talking about of not having a hard line where after I've crossed this point, I'm committed, I can't go back and make changes. That's one of the advantages of Scribe, is the ability to go back and make those changes. But when we add the overall Lightweave platform to that takes it up to another level where I can have pieces, fragments of content that I've used across multiple projects in Scribe. And if I change one of those, that could be a channel intro, it could be one of the examples we have in the video you can see on the website that we'll be linking is it's promotional videos for a cherry blossom tour. The person offering the tour has changed the price, but they have videos on Instagram, videos on YouTube. It might be in the YouTube description as well. So you change that one content fragment, and with the power of the platform behind it, it will then update all of those places, re-render and republish those videos. So that line of we can't go back and change anything anymore is pushed back even after you've published. Even after all of that has been done, you can still go back and make those changes.
All right. So when's the first product available, and how do people find out more about it?
So the very first product we're launching is Charts. That's actually going to be launching in May. To me, the most interesting products are the other two, Scribe and Interactive. Our current target is to launch those this fall. And they can find out at prismatic.org, our website. There's even a place to sign up for early access, to get on a waiting list for early access. And that will hopefully be before the fall, but we'll see.
Cool. Do you have something to add there?
Yeah, the thing I'd love to add to that is, when you sign up for early access, we use it to give you early access, and also the only thing we are going to communicate about is the status of these apps. But the main reason why we want folks to reach out and sign up is because we really want to just talk to other creators. We want to talk to other folks, professionals in the industry. We didn't launch very long ago at all. The reason we're here at NAB is because we're really, this is the time, we're moving very fast on building this thing, but it's early enough that hearing from other folks in the industry is both really the most helpful for us at this stage to really make sure that we're solving the right problems and that we're solving the variety of problems that are going to fit folks who maybe are working in a little bit different space. I'm, again, from ed tech, so I have a lot of creator experience, but it's not the same as somebody in a different space there. And also it's the time when they can have the biggest impact on the direction we go. So we really genuinely, that's one of the most important things about why we're here. And for folks online, we'd love for you to come and sign up there, or even just reach out to us by email, on LinkedIn. Just get in touch with us, and we want to hear what are the problems that you're facing and how might we solve them as we build this out.
Cool. So prismatic.org. People can check it out. Thank you guys so much for joining us and sharing about what you're doing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.